Mike Sully met Anastasia. Who knew? Well, anyway, hi ladies and dudes. This is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka Boobop1987. This is my review for today. And today, finally, over 9,000, I am going to do this movie review for all of you. And I know this is one of the most greatest 80s films of all time, or almost there to the part of the end of the 80s era. So, yep. Finally, at long last, my next movie review is When Harry Met Sally. Yeah, I did check out this movie last night, and it's a pretty darn enjoyable one at best. And yes, ladies and dudes, it's very darn true. I want to tribute this movie review to Mr. and Mrs. Rob Reiner, the love couple who have lost their lives way too soon. But I just rather cut it nice and short for all of you about that part. After all, it's a very sad story that is way too hard to explain. So I better go ahead and do this quick. May rest in peace. Oh yeah, to tell you the truth is, I gotta let you know I was also eating these too. And no, I haven't shown a food thing for a while, so this is what I'm eating right now. And I still got a few parts in my mouth. After all, they are so darn yummy to eat. That's for sure. But anyway, back to my movie review. It's hard for me to say what the heck I want to say about this movie. So I guess everybody wants to know what is my main thoughts about the film anyway. So, let's get this whole thing started. So without further ado, ladies and dudes, here is my next movie review, When Harry Met Sally. Now, what the heck I should say about the main plot of the storyline? So, it's been years ago where Harry and Sally are trying to get to know each other in person. They knew each other from college days. They knew each other later on in the airport, and they both lived in New York City with their two friends, and they were just buddies from time on, and yeah, later on they began to fall in love, and they accidentally make love for just this one time and one time only, and it never happened again afterwards. That's it. That's all I can say about the main plot of the story of When Harry Met Sally. I guess everybody wants to know is, what the heck do I think about this movie? Well, to tell you the truth is, ladies and dudes, I really did enjoy this movie. It's a pretty darn good movie to watch. But I will say The Princess Bride is truly his best one of all, in my opinion. And yes, there is an interesting fun fact about this movie. Rob Reiner did work with Billy Crystal before, and that is my favorite film of all time, The Princess Bride. And he did play a very small role in the film where he played a troll, a guy who is here to create a miracle. You know, he and his wife created some type of chocolate pill where they can find a way to bring Wesley back to life. Yep, that's the role that he played, a guy named Miracle Max. So, yeah, he's responsible to bring back our Wesley. That's for sure. And yes, another interesting fun fact about this movie is, yes, it is true that Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan did reunite. And they did do a commercial together. You know, as it took place years later. Well, you get the picture. I call it the sequel commercial thing. So yeah, it's a sequel commercial. They've done it before for some other ones, if you know what I mean. So anyway, all I can say about this movie is it had a pretty good storyline for the most part. It has good cinematography, very good likable characters, a nice score at best. It does have a good couple of songs here and there. And I do like a part here and there that featured one shot in the movie. You know, a couple of scenes where you see the whole entire scene of the film nice and still without any editing at all. So I'm happy they add that in the film. Something that I love the best. So anyway, let's go on to my strongest points and the weakest points of When Harry Met Sally. I'll have to go ahead and do the strongest points and the character-wise for this movie. So I gotta put all it together in one. So all I want to say about the strongest point in the movie and the character-wise, I really do enjoy Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal's characters as Sally and Harry. They are very good characters in so many ways, and I do enjoy their storylines, their personalities, their attitudes. They have very good connections with each other, and they just started off as friends, and well, as you may remember, they did get involved with their own relationships with their own partners, but sadly they broke them up, and they are gonna be together for this whole entire time that took place in New York City. So yeah, I love both of these characters very much. They have very good connections with each other. They did get fleshed out, very well developed, and they're very headstrong characters in the whole entire film. So yeah, all I could say for the strongest points of the movie is truly a tie, is the fleshing out and developing these two wonderful characters, and they are the two best main characters for their very own film. I will say my only weak point I have with this movie, I guess they took the sex storylines way too far for this movie. I think they just added a bit too much. Kind of far-fetched in so many ways. So I think they need to tone down the sex parts, the storylines and all that stuff, and we need to get going on the serious parts of the film. And yeah, I know it's sad they did cut off the sex scene between Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal's their scene together of making love. I know why we have never got a chance to see the whole thing. We all want to see the whole thing and not just them kissing. We want to see more. So I don't know why they cut it off. So I don't know what the heck he was doing back then. The director who made this film. And I understand everybody's favorite scene in the whole entire movie is the part where Meg Ryan did that crazy thing, while she's eating a sandwich and doing the moaning thing, and all the crowd thinks that she's being so weird and all that stuff. And yes, the old lady said, "I'll have what she's having." Whatever that means. That's for sure. So overall, I think that's all I could say about the main weak points of the movie is, I think they got involved with so many sex storylines way too far. Let's get to the main focus part of the story about Harry and Sally's relationship. That's for sure. That's all I could say about that. So overall, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you about my final thoughts of When Harry Met Sally. Overall, this is a pretty darn good movie overall, and a perfect way to end the 80s era. It had a pretty good storyline for the most part. The characters are likable. And yes, Princess Leia's in this movie too. It says she played a good major role in the film. It has good cinematography. It had a very nice score. I like the areas that took place in New York City. And I also fell in love with some of the scenes here and there that feature one-shot moments and one-shot moments only. I would love to see more movies that feature one-shot and one-shot only moments without all the editing, chopping mess going on. And, well, if you guys get the picture about movies that we got later on at our own time. So overall, I give this film a 9 out of 10. So please check out this movie to believe it. It's a good one, but I think they took the sex parts way too much. That's for sure. And I gotta go. I gotta do some important things here and there that featured my life. And also, I gotta stay healthy for these. And some fruits and vegetables as well. So, and I'll be back for more movie reviews to come in the later on future. I'm not sure which ones they are yet, but I will tell you that very, very soon. And I gotta get going on. Oh, wait a minute. It'll be my 300 movie review. And I'm not sure which one it is yet, but I'll tell you that very, very soon. So, I'll see you all later, and sayonara.